and TV show recaps. We review and read them too, as long as they're Black, Brian and Lamar hosting the show. Remain unbiased in case you don't know. Now you know. There's nothing but competition. It's out to the imagination. If you don't know, now you know.
Disclaimer: no matter if we liked your movie, liked your show, or hated the show, or hated your movie, doesn't matter. We respect you, shout outs to you, and we support you. And we try to get everybody else to support you like we support you. Black on Black Prime, we stand on what we say, though.
And just like always, if you didn't ask for our opinion, we didn't ask you to listen to it. So, sorry.
Click and turn it off.
You won't be needing that. I already ordered for you.
Being here with you right now, it's probably been like the highlight of my week.
Everything okay?
Stop playing with me.
I'm not even about to let you pull me out of my character right now.
Some people just can't take a hint. I'm like your homegirl Tasha.
Why do you keep calling me? I don't have nothing else to say to you.
I don't really have any words for you, and I don't really want to hear shit you gotta say.
It just seems like negative people seem to bring out the negativity in me.
Only you can control your reactions.
Come outside. Oh my God. What the hell are you doing here?
Yo,
we
are here for another review. This one is on Unprisoned, season 2. Well, kind of season 1 too, because we never reviewed season 1. So we're just gonna review it as a whole.
Yeah.
Only because it wasn't weekly. This is all we drop everything at one type show. Unprisoned, starring Kerry Washington, and I was trying to think of his name first.
Delroy
Lindo, and their son. I don't know their son's name.
Drake.
Sure, okay. We don't want to hear you say nigga no.
Pretty much.
This is a Hulu. It's a Hulu original, right? That's what they call it.
I guess
it's a show on Hulu.
Show on Hulu,
yeah. It's about Kerry Washington's father, Delroy Lindo, getting out of jail and coming back into her life. And we see how it affected her, it affected him, and affects her son. The show is based around that.
Pretty much. She's a therapist.
She's a therapist with her life fucked up. I think that's the funniest thing. When they got a therapist whose life ain't straight telling you about your life, I think that's the craziest shit in the world.
I got some things to say about that one.
Okay.
For the most part, before we even get into that, I was just trying to kind of introduce, I guess what the whole thing is about. I mean, you kind of said it, her dad is in prison, she's a therapist, and she's low-key famous, right? Like social
media famous.
Mm-hmm. She has a son from a white music artist. I didn't know that from the first season. Maybe I just forgot about it, but I didn't know her boyfriend was famous because her boyfriend in the first season was just some white guy.
Yeah, she
was just dating or whatever.
But, I mean, you can look at the son and see the daddy was white though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't think they said nothing about his background in the first season. I think in this season we got to see that because they never really brought up his dad in the first season.
Right. So you see her dad pretty much going through just getting back on his feet, you know what I mean? And trying not to fall back into his old ways. Cause I guess he'd been to jail back to back, and it's affected Kerry Washington's character, like, she got pretty much, it should be called daddy issues, low key. Like the
Pretty
whole
much.
show should be called daddy issues because anything that she does is pretty much, it stems from her father and the mistakes that he made. And there's like, she has like a weird story because like she's a foster child, but she also had her father's girlfriend raise her too, low key.
Yeah. I hate how you say low key so much, man. That LA shit is stupid. Everything ain't fucking low key.
Whatever, nigga. I mean,
I hate that shit, man. I'm saying that because it's just tricking me because I was watching the Vince Staples show, and the only thing I hated was when she was like, "Are you hungry?" He was like, "Low key, nigga, you hungry? You not, nigga? What the fuck,
man,
low key?"
Let's not get started about now. I literally learned lightweight when I lived in the Bay.
Hey, but you, hey, but you
niggas,
say
all
I don't
niggas
say
said
it.
was lightweight.
We don't say it all the time, though.
Nigga, lightweight, nigga. You know
Everything
what I mean?
ain't lightweight.
Yeah, nigga, are you hungry? Shit, lightweight. Nigga. It's like, what are you talking about? That's a boxer. Nah, nigga, shit, lightweight. Nigga, mean like a little bit. Nigga, just say a little bit.
I mean, like a little bit.
Shit, lightweight, like, nigga, what?
I don't know. But everything ain't lightweight. Everything ain't low key. But what would you say? No, my bad.
I don't remember. No. Anyway, I was saying like most of her problems like stems from her father.
Right. All of her problems, damn near.
Pretty much. He's been back and forth to jail her whole life, and now he's older and he's just really trying to get it together. You know what I mean?
No, you was talking about her living situation. Like she was living with her dad.
Yeah.
Her dad goes to jail. She ends up living with. No, her dad goes. So in between one of the dad, the time. So let me break it all the way down because they said it at the end of this season. Yeah. It was like her mom and dad went to jail. Then she got put in foster care. When the dad got out of jail, he took her from foster care and put her with his girlfriend when he went back to jail.
Right. And she barely raised her, so she got a beef with her as Nadine. Character or whatever. They showed her whole frontal first season. I was like, oh, that's what we doing.
She like to throw butt
ass niggas. She was like, oh, that nigga had on a fur trench coat.
Butt naked with a fur on is ridiculous.
Crazy hot.
Ridiculous.
No reason for that at all. Yeah, so I mean that's pretty much what most of the stories are about. And I was really thinking when I was watching this, right? Like I was just like, man, like when I watch The Chi and like Power and stuff like that, it just seems like nobody's trying to like make us like a real good like a message with good dialogue, and you know what I mean? It's almost like we gonna write this bullshit because y'all fuck with it anyway. Like y'all hooked.
Yeah.
Gonna keep on putting it out and give it to y'all. But then when I see shit like this, I'm like, man, like it's just feel like it's just written well. I don't know if that's just me. Like it just feels like it's like every episode kind of carries on to the next, and it's not like it's not too messy. It give you a little comedy, a little bit of drama, not like over like the hill drama to where it's just like, damn, like, oh, the baby daddy's here and he's a transvestite. Oh damn, let me cut that out. He's
no, leave that in there because that's what they'll do. It's like we're not saying nothing disrespectful, but it's like that's the angle. Shows feel like they got to do some kind of shock value, or they have to include this. It's like if it's a natural build, let it be natural. But what you're saying is it's forced in there. It's like this season we got to make sure somebody's gay. It's like they got to hit these points where you don't have to necessarily just make the fucking show.
Yeah, like it's just a good story, and it seems like reality, low key. You know what I mean? Everybody got somebody that went to jail. Even if it's not your father, you got somebody that's trying to come back and get their life together, but can't really get it together because they ain't never been on the street. You know what I mean? They never really was able to live in society as a regular person because they was always in and out of jail. So like, most of the time, especially if you are trying to house that person, you know what I mean? It's like it was one scene where she was just like, "Nigga, I'm literally supporting you."
Yeah,
it's just like you live in my house, like paying the rent. Like, man, like what else am I supposed to do?
Yeah,
I'm like a 60-something-year-old, almost 70-year-old man. What you supposed to be? I'm about to go bag groceries. So like,
but at the same time, it's like he's struggling with that too. He's used to being the man, so his pride. But I think it's like he's battling with his pride and the reality of his situation. It's like this is easy. It's easy for me to do the street shit.
Yeah,
it's easy, but he's like, he's damn near suffering from everything he put his daughter through because he's taking it on himself. Like, I'm the reason for all of this. So I'm stepping on eggshells to let her know I'm serious about everything. It ain't just about work. It's about everything. I want to be here type shit.
Yeah.
And she ain't cutting him no slack on nothing.
At all, because of everything that, in this show. Also, she has like her inner child that, plays and comes in every now and then. Like,
that's a dope ass angle.
That is dope. I like how they did the little wrestling scene too. That was that little therapy wrestling scene. We can get to that later, but that was also a dope angle. You know what's funny about her dad is that he's not even really like one of those. He's like a cool street nigga. Like, he just
cool street nigga.
Yeah, he just follows street code, but he really ain't do nothing violent technically.
He's a hustler. He's the definition of a street hustler.
Like, he went to jail the last time because he didn't tell on nobody.
Yeah.
That was it. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not saying that he's a good person because of that. He's just like, he's not, like, he wasn't killing nobody. You know what I mean? Like,
he's a product of his environment. And they also showed his angle of dealing with his own inner self, his inner child.
Right. The first season.
I thought that shit was incredible.
Yeah. The first season was up. They go to Alabama or something like that.
Yeah, back where he was from.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, just going back to the story, man, like, it's just, I don't know, it just flows simple. And it's like, by the end of the time, you feel like you got like a message, or it's just like, damn, like, or I can relate. It's something there versus just like, we're going to build this crazy fictional story that's just like, niggas know damn well that nigga ain't got all that money going to school and selling drugs and running crime mob bosses and shit. Like, come on, man. What we doing?
But this is definitely more reality based, and it's like the angles they take. Because the shit that like you said, we all got daddy issues. Like, they could write this for a man too. Like, they're kind of doing that with the son, showing the angle of like he's dealing with daddy issues too. And it's like, it's not just his dad, it's his mom. Like, the shit she's dealing with is affecting him too, but she don't notice it. Like, she can't see it. Yeah. Like, I was mad when in the second season when he gets to go see his dad and she going off on the dad. It's like, you ain't even paying attention to the fact that your son is there trying to bond. I get you trying to protect him, but it's like, this ain't your place to do that. Cause she just like, she tried to grab him and drag him on. And the dad trying to get one last word with him. She stopped too and turned around. It's like, I'm trying to talk to him, not you. But you like, that's it. Come on. He don't got nothing else to say to you. It's like, damn, like, let him try at least.
Yeah. And that's also like to her, the reason why she's like that is because of her father or whatever. Like, she was even saying the fact that her dad, like, she picks niggas that are like her father that are gonna leave.
She got the same expectations.
Yeah. Which is wild once you know it. And that's another story that I don't know if I want to dig into. Like, once I because I understand, like, you can't just fix yourself, even though it sounds easy. Like, somebody, if I tell you, Lamar, what's wrong with you, you know what I mean? Because I see it from the outside. You ain't gonna just be able to fix it just because I told you and just because you know it. It's a part of it.
It's not about being able to fix it. It's about being able to believe you. Because I'll be like, who the fuck is you to tell me anything? That's normally, I don't give a fuck who you respect in life. It's up to you to believe what that motherfucker's saying. It could be the person that raised you. It could be the closest person to you. If they tell you something about yourself, if you don't believe what they're saying, ain't nothing you can tell them.
Yeah, because most people do. Like, they might not admit it. Most people will hear something about themselves and be just like, yeah, I know that's me. You know what I mean? But it's like, I'm not gonna tell you that that's me. You know, I'm not gonna let you be right.
Yeah, or they'll justify it. That's just how I am. It's like, that don't make it cool, nigga. Like, there's something you should work on.
Yeah. Sometimes I can't stand a motherfucker that's just like, well, that's just me. I'm like, all right, boy. It was just like, I was like, it's toxic, not toxic, but it's just like, it's problematic for you to be this way. I'm not telling you to not be, like, you could be stubborn a little bit every now, because everybody can have things about themselves that are just not perfect, because nobody's perfect, right? I ain't gonna be like, oh, you need to change everything. But if you got something about you, you know what I mean? Because there are some motherfuckers that have something about themselves and they don't like that same thing that's in them about another motherfucker. I'm like, nigga, that's you. The fuck you talking about?
The problem is there's nothing wrong with knowing yourself and being like, that's just how I am.
Yeah.
It's a problem when it's affecting other people. If you're doing something to fuck up somebody else's life, and I tell you, hey, you know this is ruining that person, or that's just how I am. Now it's like, now you selfish enough to be like, fuck everybody around me.
Absolutely.
That's what it's. I don't like onions. I don't like raw onions. That's just how I am, nigga. That's part of life. It's like certain things ain't bad. To me, I don't like it, but to you, it might be life. But if it's affecting somebody else's life, nigga, that should be a red flag for yourself. You fucking up a relationship because you. That's just how I am. That's the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah, it's selfish. And those are the same motherfuckers that'd be the same motherfuckers talking about that I'm not selfish. I'm not selfish. I'm just being me. It's just being me. It was like, all right, man. You know, it'll be a little selfish. You can put a little, you know, but do it towards just like it's benefiting you to be selfish, right? Not in a way where it's like affecting another person. Just like, you know what? I'm not gonna go out today because of somebody else wants me to go out. I need time to myself. You know what I mean? That's fine.
That makes sense. but don't do it in a way like you always go out. That's your problem. You always go out. I need to work on myself. Yeah, you know me. Shut the fuck up, bitch. If you don't want to go, just say you don't want to go. You know what I mean? Don't judge me for going.
So what I did want to say about like earlier before we got into like the beginning and you were talking about therapists being for people that are therapists that don't have their shit together in life. Right. And it's just like all therapists have therapists. And
or should have therapists.
That's like almost like you have to have one. I feel like you have to have somebody that you go to get therapy. It's almost like I forgot what they call that. I mean, they're a therapist too, but it's almost like your mentor. Like while you go through the training of therapy, it's like you got to have somebody to talk to about your shit before you be able to talk to anybody about that. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like them motherfuckers don't have their shit together.
So
there's not one therapist that's like, oh man, I got it all.
So for me, I haven't talked to a therapist. I don't judge therapists, but I think just for me, a good level of therapy is a therapist that listens and responds in advice rather than passing judgment. When a therapist tells you what type of person you are in a judgmental type way, then it's like, well, fuck you because you ain't perfect. That's just how I feel. It's like your life fucked up, but you telling me, oh, you ain't shit because you like all them girls. It's like, nigga, how you know what I mean? Like your way of life is different. It's like point out the flaws or help somebody else point out their own flaws. I think that's good therapy rather than because in here she's just flat out judging people and telling people what they should do, but then she ain't dealing with her own shit.
Right. But I think
that's why when Uncle Jesse came in, it's like she's fighting against it, but he's basically doing what I'm saying. He's like, he's letting them work it out. Because he's like, y'all just do it. He just throw in key points and be like, well, do you ever look at it this way? That's the way a therapist should do it, not passing your fucking judgments.
Yeah, I think she's just doing it like that because it's to her family. Like, I don't know if she do her clients like that because I've only been to one therapist, right? And then it's like my wife is in school for therapy or whatever. And we were just talking about this, like literally all you as a therapist, they're literally there to listen to you and ask you how you feel about certain stuff. You know what I mean? It's never like, well, you're this person and judge. Because I would have never went. As soon as I would have felt that, I'd been like, nah, I'm out. It's more of like, it's getting you to understand, like it's almost like you hearing yourself and then hearing another person's perspective or whatever, and they ask you the questions like, how does that make you feel? And then they dig into how you feel, and you literally gotta like almost go into every emotion that you have, and that emotion could drag all the way to shit when you was a kid.
Right.
That's why you do that.
Right.
Not judging you because it's like, oh, you shouldn't do that because it is. I would have left.
No, I'm saying I've only been in the presence of two therapists, and that was when my kids had to doing my divorce shit, so they had to go to a therapist, and my daughter had a black lady and my son had a white lady, and you could see the judgment from the white lady compared to the black lady. You get what I'm saying? She's looking at me like, let me tell you how to be around your son. Let me tell you to lay on the floor and play with toys in front of your son. It's like who the fuck you talking to? Yeah, compared to the black lady who's just there. You just watching the interactions. So that's what I'm saying about the judgments. It's like you could tell the white lady had her judgments. She wasn't there to look around and not react. Whatever you were just saying. She wasn't doing that. She already came in with the he's an absent father, not knowing I'm in my kid's life every fucking day, but that's her perspective. Let me see how you interact with him. Hey, he wants to play with toys. Hey, hey, dad, you want to get on the floor with him and play with toys? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't want to do that in front of you. This ain't no fucking zoo. You know what I'm saying?
Look, he's trying to bond with you.
Yeah.
He likes trucks. You play with a truck. Go get a truck. Like, what?
That's what I'm saying. So I've only had that experience being actually in there with therapy. It was the black lady and the white lady, and that's why I get the angle of being judgmental.
Yeah,
it's like if I was to ever go to therapy, I would be able to spot the judgmentalness. I can spot when somebody's talking at me rather than listening to me and responding to me.
Yeah.
You ever talk to somebody, can't wait for you to finish your sentence so they could jump in and say theirs when you telling them about your problems?
I live with her. I'm just playing, baby, if you hear this.
You ain't playing, nigga.
I don't mean that 50. It's like 50-50.
Yeah. But I'm saying, even when you talk, because you got some niggas that's OGs, and you got some niggas that just want to be OGs.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk to the wannabe OG nigga, he thinks you're dumb. So the whole time you talking, he's waiting to cut you off and tell you some shit he thinks is knowledge. When you be like, nigga, you sound stupid.
Listen,
you sound like you're trying to sound like you got knowledge.
Yeah, listen, young blood.
He'd be like, CC, why you talking? C. That's the problem. Like, shut the fuck up with your stuttering ass. I don't want to hear that shit. Shut the fuck up. It's different. I mean, that's a deep dive into something else. I like I said, I ain't never been to therapy. I don't have no plans on doing it, but I don't have no judgments for people who do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here though, she just judging shit out of everybody, and she going through her own shit. They ain't dealing with nothing.
Yeah, like her character can be very annoying, but I like her character a lot. You know what I mean? Like, she's just going through all the shit, but she don't know nothing. She's almost like the fact that they have the kid is genius, because that she's still a kid, low key. She don't know nothing, dude. Like, she got so happy when her dad taught her how to, like, low key. I said low key again. You were happy. Now I got to think about it. God damn it. She had her dad tell her how to, flirt with guys or whatever, or to go be on online dating or whatever, because she really doesn't know, and she got to be 40, and got to be. So it's like she still like has an infant mind to a lot of different things. She's smart as fuck, but dumb as hell at the same time.
So smart just means you memorize a lot of shit. That's how I break down smart.
Hey,
smart.
I mean, and that's a lot. Do you think about how many people just have memorized some shit? Like, it's like, and I don't want to say this to piss anybody off, but like, I feel like that I be feeling like that about like preachers. It's just
what feeling like what?
About preachers, like they'll have, like, they memorize these scriptures or whatever, right? And then all they try to do,
I said for the hustle. Tell me the difference between the preacher and the pimp, right quick.
Pimps are in charge of bitches, and preachers are in charge of scriptures.
No, preachers are in charge of the people.
I mean, I ain't gonna say it.
The scripture is a tool. Just like a pimp is good with words, so fuck with your mind. So no, I'm playing. I'm just talking shit.
No, but
no, I'm just saying it is a fact. There is no preacher. It's not a fact that every preacher is like this.
Mm-hmm.
Most preachers have had a backsliding past where they was in the streets getting it.
Papa's preacher.
That's why I said not all of
them. I'm just messing with you.
But I'm saying it's legal, tax-free money, man. Fuck it.
Hey,
hustle the people.
Yeah, I was just like, but like you were saying, I do agree with what you're saying. It's like, for the most part, people call another person smart because of what they memorize. But I mean, it is a skill.
It's definitely a skill.
Can't take that away, because sometimes I can't retain a lot of information when I be reading this. Sometimes I be like, damn, what was that again? Like, when I read a book, that's why I'd rather listen to the audio books a little bit better. I can just rewind it real quick.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So I don't know, diving into some of these episodes, I can't say I don't remember the first season. I do remember the one about Alabama and them going back to, kind of get his birth certificate and all that history. I remember when she was dating the PO guy, Delroy's character's PO, and then she ends up
Right.
smashing her ex, and that's why they broke up.
Right.
I was a little upset that he decided to dump P Valley over her. Didn't really make sense to me. I was like, this girl has problems. You got this chocolate goddess,
but he got
right?
problems too.
I mean, they were broken up before, like for whatever reason, but like I just didn't. The whole story for them two, for Maul and Carrie Hilson's character, Paige.
Carrie Hilson.
Kelsey. I literally said that today. Like Carrie Washington. I was like, there's only 2 Carries.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like their love story to me is just kind of like that. That might be the most forced thing about the show.
No, that's how it happened, man. 2 broken people.
Yeah, you feel like he's broken?
Yeah. You seen when they brought in P Valley, they're the same person. They're just in 2 different professions.
He got a type.
That's his type. He literally said, "Yeah, I got a type."
But most women, let me not say that. But let me see. Some women, like a decent amount of women, do not have dads, and that was how they bonded. Like they didn't have a dad, and their dad went to jail early. That's thousands. You know what I mean? It's like,
it's the same thing with dudes too.
But daddy's in jail.
That percentage of dads out of their life is the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm
across
saying.
the board.
But you're saying he's broken because that's his type.
No, I'm saying he's broken because you can tell how he reacted to what she was doing. Like he thinks he has it figured out, just like she thinks she got it figured out, but he don't. That's why he was hurt the way he thought he could handle it. He was like, I didn't. You see how he was shaking up when they broke up. He was like, I didn't think I wasn't supposed to do this. I wasn't supposed to get close to her. Wasn't supposed to get close to y'all. He's the same. He's broken in a different way than she is, and I think that's why he's attracted to her. He's a hopeless romantic just like she is. That's why he jumped right back with his ex after they broke up. And then literally jumped right back with her after he broke up with his ex. It's the same shit. They both fell in love fast. He don't want to be the one to admit it. She's admitting it because she understands that she's fucked up in the mind. But he doesn't.
But she actually fucked up. She made a mistake.
Both of them.
Yeah, she made a mistake and did that. And then he just got back with his ex. That was it.
He got back with his ex, and they're looking at buying a house.
I mean, I don't see that as broken only because most people do that type of shit. Most people are broken. I'm
saying he's her type of broken. Like it's that moving that fast is a type of broken. It's the same type as her because he judged her for that, like falling in love so fast, and she judged herself on that. It's like, but then when he broke up with her, he literally followed the same script. He got back with his ex. He's still sliding over there to see her. He ain't coming to just see the dad. You coming to see her, nigga. Like your emotions ain't left nowhere. And you going to look to buy a house while you still know you got feelings for her. It's the same shit. It's the same boat.
Yeah, man, I can see why you're saying that. But at the same time, like I like the way he was treating her. You know what I mean? Like when she was like, let's be friends, you know what I mean? Let's try to see if we can do this friend shit. Like he was treating her like that.
He didn't mean that shit though. I ain't stupid, man. If you really thought he knew it, okay, so
because most niggas can't do, most nigga females do that, but most niggas like don't be brushing off what they want for the most part. Like if he wanted her, he would have just probably hit it or went for it. Like he was brushing off, like you want to be friends, or that's something. And even when they were at the table talking to Ava, and when she was about to lie about why they broke up, he was like, "Oh yeah, she fucked her ex." Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like put her ass out there. Like I don't know. I thought he was playing it cool.
Him bringing the girlfriend to meet her. I don't know why you don't see these angles. He's doing that to play the game. He wants her to be jealous. That's why he was so mad they bonded.
He didn't invite her. She invited him. He was
she
like,
invited him, and he said,
like, we'll be there.
We'll be there. That
That's
nigga's playing games, man.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Hey, you could act stupid for this camera, nigga.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Hey, you can act as dumb as you want for this camera. You know what that nigga was doing, man.
I don't know, man. It was like, I get that he liked her because, of course, that's how it came together at the end. It's like he did like her, but I think that it was a lot of what she did in order to get him to that point. I think she literally kept on. So she went to the nigga's house for like literally nothing. She gave a speech at her mama's funeral that like kind of tied to that nigga. Like it was just a lot going on.
But it's like, why does he keep showing up? And he's showing up without his girlfriend.
He keep getting invited. He don't just pull up. They keep inviting him.
So if your ex invites you to something right now, your wife gonna let you go without her?
No, that's not gonna happen.
Okay, then shut the fuck up and stop playing. Stop playing for this camera.
But he does have a reason to be there.
What? The daddy?
The daddy. That'd be my excuse. I'll be like, I'm here with, hey, it's my client.
You gonna get your ass beat.
And he work at the halfway house. I'm checking on my, you know what I mean? I'm checking on my wooty wop. It's like, what?
You gonna get your ass whooped.
Hey man, you gotta know how to play the game, youngin.
Fuck that, man.
I teach you the game, youngin.
He knew what he was doing, man. But that's basically their relationship. Like and if you think about it, if you look at how her daddy Delroy was moving, it's insane how he's with the lady still, but they're not together, and she's accepted that world.
You talking about Nadine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's they're literally a couple without being a couple.
Yeah, she said it. She was like, you the best situationship that I could ever have. You know what I mean? Like, so she's okay with that. Like that, she's been doing that shit for years. You know what I mean? She still had that nigga's rings and jacket in her closet.
Yeah. You know, it's funny when they first introduced her, I'm thinking she lives with another dude and he just over there.
Yeah.
That was the angle I thought it was, but it wasn't.
She's like that ride or die almost or whatever. It's just like that girl that she always gonna be there. That nigga go to jail, come back. She right there waiting because she don't never got no boyfriend. If she had somebody that she was talking to, she probably would just let him go once he got out.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a lot of twists and turns in this show. Overall, the concept is fucking fantastic, and the cliffhanger they left us with.
Oh man, she about to really be fucked up. This next season, she gonna have to unpack all of this mommy shit now. It was all daddy. Now she gotta unpack all the mommy shit. The daddy going, if anything, like he's gonna probably be not scot-free because for some reason I feel like the dad is gonna tiptoe his way back into some type of like BS that's gonna get him locked up again. I just feel like that's just what the show is about. Like something about it. He almost got it. He almost got caught up. That would have been what's his name would have.
Oh yeah, he'd have been gone. He would
have been out. But it's like I feel like there's always going to be a little bit of something because he doesn't snitch. I feel like they tell you that for a reason, like of who he is, his character. Like he's not going to tell on nobody, and that might get his ass in trouble.
Okay, so it might. What you're saying that it might come to a point because we're about to get a full season of her trying to rekindle something with her mom or try to figure out her mom's shit. And we know her mom got a fucked up background too, so it might come to a point where it's like. The mama's about to go down, and somebody got to take the rap for her. And we might get that angle of who's going to take the rap for this shit. Yeah. I think it's going to all boil down to the mom going to jail, not him. But I think that's the point we're going to get to in the next season. Like some gonna go down with the mom. She got to pass some other shit going on. Who's going to take the rap for this shit?
Yeah, definitely gonna unpack the mom's bullshit all season, which is gonna be dope because like we don't know who the mom is.
We don't know yet, and it's funny because when they showed the flashback, so the Christmas episode, when they showed the flashback and they show him getting arrested, we see why she hates Christmas. They double down on her hating Christmas too, which is fucked up. But it's fucked up. But when they showed the flashback and showed the mom, at that point, I was like, did they ever say the mom died? I'm like, I don't think they ever said the mom died. So it's like. So you know how my mind works. So now my mind is just lingering on that for the rest of the. I'm like, where the fuck is the mom at?
Yeah.
So when we get the reveal when dude shows up at the house, she's still recording on her podcast, but she's talking to him. So I'm like, oh, this is on camera. So when the dad walks in, I'm thinking he's gonna say, "Turn your camera off, you live." But she's like, "Dad, what's wrong?" And that nigga like, "Somebody's here." And I was like, "Oh shit, the mom is here."
I thought it was the cops. I thought he was going upstairs. Even though that wouldn't happen like that, he's going upstairs like the cops are here for me. Like that wouldn't have happened because they would have already arrested him.
They'd have grabbed his
house. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I think the third season is going to be. I mean, even though it's going to be a year from now, you know, I'm looking forward to it.
I think they should have the third season already done. As fast as they shot this, or as fast as this shit looks like it got done. Well, well, as fast as the episodes go, this is damn near like if you put it all together, it's what like a 2-hour movie, right?
4
hours, you think?
Well, 30 minutes of episodes, 8 episodes.
Is it 30 minutes?
Yeah. Well, with the commercials, I guess you want to say that.
That shit seemed like Them episodes seem like there's like 20 minutes or 15 minutes.
Yeah, well, possibly because when you watch a sitcom, it's like they count the commercials.
Count the commercials.
Yeah, it's really like 20 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah,
I don't know. We waiting for the next season, man. This shit is dope writing. Like it's like Brian was saying, this is dope writing. You can tell they took the time to write some shit. They're not looking for key factors to hit. I honestly, the way my mind works, the way these shows work, I'm like, the son's about to be gay with this dude in this room.
I hope not, because I was like,
no. That's what I thought at that point. They didn't.
Okay, they didn't go there. I thought you said it's gonna happen like next season. I'm like, nah, don't say that.
No, but so this is what my mind is programmed now, because I'm like, the writers have to force a way to include that. Instead of it being natural, they're gonna force a way to include that. That's what my mind was, but it didn't. It's like they haven't so far.
Yeah. You know what would have been fire if they would have included, like, how his boy, like his old school homeboys or whatever, when you get out of jail, it'd be dope if the one of them was like, was Omar Epps and Tretch.
What?
You remember first time fella? Miss Yance.
That's what I was like, what are you talking about? They didn't like him in first time.
I'm just saying it would have been like a dope little, a little moment for them two to be his homies or whatever.
If you know type shit.
Pretty much. It's just like, oh shit. Him and Tretch cool now because he went to jail, and Tretch was in there because he sent him to jail for socking that one dude. For socking him, pretty much.
He socked him. Tretch punched him.
Yeah, pretty much. He was like, nobody talk about my family.
Don't nobody talk about my family. Don't nobody disrespect my kids. Tretch meant that shit. Ever. Yeah. You ain't moving nothing.
I know what these boys understand. Eddie Del Orlando's a good actor, though.
Hey, he's a great fucking actor.
I feel like he can bounce back and forth because he's kind of funny in this shit too.
Yeah, so Del Orlando is one of them actors that can control their emotions. Like he can bounce from a serious to kind of funny, then kind of funny, because like when he's talking to the dad, he's talking in a tone like, "I'll beat your ass if you say the wrong thing." When he was talking to dude dad, what's his name, dad?
Oh yeah, low key. What's his name?
Low key.
Goddamn, the son's dad. I forgot what his name was already.
Yeah, whatever his name is. But when he's talking to him, he's talking to him serious.
Yeah.
And he's kind of trying to, because he was like, I want to bypass all the good. I don't want to do all that. Yeah. I don't want to do that right now. It's like
looking good.
Yeah, he's giving him a grown man speech.
Yeah.
But he's saying it in a tone like, take me serious. Because even when dude is reacting like, how you tell me this? In his mind, he's like, I could beat your ass, but I'm not gonna do it. He like, I'm just saying for him. He's like, fuck me.
Yeah.
It's for him.
He was like, I'll be there on Christmas, man. He was like, nigga, take your ass over there and tell him.
He said, don't tell me that. Go tell him that. Yeah. It's like he's great at emotional acting.
Yeah. For some reason, I was like, I already knew that nigga wasn't gonna show up. I was like, yeah, it's about to be that nigga ain't coming to Christmas.
When the episode started on Christmas and he wasn't there, I was like, he's not.
Yeah, nigga ain't coming, man.
He ain't coming.
Yeah. I knew the mom was gonna die too as soon as she went upstairs.
Hey,
I'll be back. Oh, I was like, uh-oh.
My wife was mad at me because I said that. Right when she stood up, she said, "Oh, I'm not feeling good. Can I go lay down?" I was like, "Oh, mama gonna die." She was like, "What?" And then she went upstairs. She was like, "Why would you say that?" I was like, "I'm sorry. It's just what I see coming. Like I don't."
Especially because Etsy went upstairs to was like, "I'm gonna check on mom." I'm like, "Oh, she gone."
She gone. Because it was like the whole episode. I said the whole episode was building to that because the Asian daughter is getting at her tough.
Yeah.
Seemingly for no reason. It's like she's just getting at her. Like it's her fault that she got adopted.
Yeah.
So it was like I was like, I don't think the mom gonna make it out of this.
There's some cool little messages in here though, man, because like literally like every even when the Etsy, I think her name is Etsy or Eddie, one of them, she goes to hang out with this transracial Korean group or whatever to talk about. A lot
to say, nigga. That was a lot to say.
Yeah, that's what she said.
That's what she said. That's crazy.
She went to this group or whatever to kind of just talk to other people that are in similar situations, right? And like Delroy's there, he's listening to all this shit. Like he old school. He's just like, y'all ain't grateful. You know what I mean?
Like, and that's a real life angry. Like y'all sitting up here successful as fuck, complaining about your life. He like, nigga, like do y'all know I'm a felon in this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, first of all, I'm a black man. That's one. I mean, I'm an old black man, and I went through all of this shit in my life, and you tripping about like you had good parents, and you tripping because your parent that you never met
Yeah.
gave you up. They're strangers to you.
Yeah.
And you mad. So it's like, but the concept of that is like, okay, like I'm not in that other person's shoes, so I don't know. Like they have a feeling that is missing, pretty much. Like they feel incomplete, but it's like I'm looking at them like, nigga, you complete. Like what? Like you got everything you need.
And I think Daryl's point was like he's like, why are you pointing the finger at the people that actually raised you? Because it was like her complaint was like my mom and like they said transracial. It's like it's not their fault that they gave you a good life.
Yeah.
Blame the motherfuckers that you're not with. Like go look for them to get mad at them. But it's like their anger was, oh, they don't understand us because we're not really their race. It's like, nigga, you guys are successful.
But like, you know how black people feel? So it's like, it's like, how about you be black and not know exactly what you are?
and live in this motherfucker.
And live and have motherfuckers. Oh yeah, but anyway, that's a whole nother time. Yeah,
just another thing. So like we said, it's great season 1 and great season 2.
Yeah, it was dope. I took notes of every episode, but I was like, we ain't gonna end up talking about every episode.
Hell no, it's too much.
It's too much.
I knew the excitement came across your face when they sat at that table and you saw it was a girl from P Valley. I was like, Brian's cheesing right now.
I like they introduced that poll real quick. I was like, yeah.
No, hey, when they showed her and she said she does strip class, I was like, we're gonna get the strip class in.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that she lost a lot of the weight she lost, but
you know what? I was gonna say it, but I wasn't. I was just like, maybe I'm thinking about another girl on there, but I felt like she was thicker than that.
She definitely was. And let it be known, Kerry Washington could still get it as skinny as she is. I was like, get on that floor one more time, man. One more time.
Yeah. Was that? I think I love my wife. That's when I first.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Who that?
Chris Rock is the greatest nigga on earth because ain't no way.
Nigga, I would have took that tie right off.
Baby, let me explain. I did it. Let me explain.
You just like, oh man, that's a good movie too. That's a good movie. We should flashback that one.
We could because they got some good points in there.
Yeah.
But anyways, man, that's off subject. Y'all go watch this, man. Support this show. It's a great show. Hopefully they do a season 3. This is on Hulu. It is called Unprisoned.
Yep. We out.
Like, share, subscribe, we'll talk back wherever. If you dare, let us know what y'all feel about it at the bottom.
Peace.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and follow us on IG and TikTok.